Jaylen Hurts. I've never seen a football team where if the star receiver doesn't get the ball, they win.
Yeah.
And if the star receiver has an awesome game, they lose. I can't figure it out.
Right.
I want to talk about this. Now he goes on to talk about Caleb Goff, etc., etc. I want to talk about the continued disrespect of Jalen Hurts. Now, a lot of people would think, oh, Jalen Hurts played bad on Friday, therefore he's bad, and, how can you defend him, and this and that. We need to be real right now. Because think about how much praise a Baker Mayfield has been getting, a Sam Darnold has been getting, all these other quarterbacks. But especially, let's just focus on Sam Darnold and Baker. And I've been praising Sam Darnold. I think Sam Darnold deserves a ton of praise. But let's take a look at this, okay? Because everyone has said that Jalen Hurts has not been playing well this year. There's something wrong with the passing game, play calling, whoever you want to blame, although it seems like the blame is always on the shoulders of Jalen Hurts. But his O-line isn't great. His play calling hasn't been great. Okay. And they say that the passing game in general hasn't been great, which I agree. The passing game and the offense has been really inconsistent. And the Eagles have never benefited from being down by a lot or something where Jalen Hurts now is just throwing and getting garbage time. That hasn't, his stats aren't juiced up in any measurable way. If anything, they're down lower because he plays such complimentary football. And we hear that Sam Darnold and Jackson Smith and Jigba and Baker Mayfield, MVP, carrying this team. And it's like, Jalen Hurts has 19 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Sam Darnold has 19 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Okay. Josh Allen has 19 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Now, Josh Allen's team is a mess. So I'll defend him there. But also, we're going to talk about the run support as well. But it's just like, where are we right now? Baker Mayfield, 19 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Baker Mayfield's a row ahead of him? I mean, at this rate, even Sam Darnold is ahead of him at 19 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. And it's like, well, it's got to be like completion percentage and passing yards. And it's like, well, first off, Jalen Hurts has over 66% completion percentage and a 7.4 yards per attempt. What is Baker Mayfield? 62.8% completion percentage? 2,600 yards? Well, then what about passer rating? 93.4 passer rating. Jalen Hurts, 103.9 passer rating. And then if you want to talk about, drops and this and that, Jalen Hurts, 74.8% adjusted completion percentage. Baker Mayfield, 71.1% adjusted completion percentage. I mean, Jalen Hurts has 8 rushing touchdowns, 329 rushing yards. Josh Allen has a ton of rushing yard touchdowns. That's why it's like my whole big rape isn't necessarily with Josh Allen. But where's Baker on this list? Where's Baker? Oh, wow. All the way at the bottom? Wow. Has the same number of rushing touchdowns as Taysom Hill. Bryce Young? I mean, like, huh? JJ McCarthy has more rushing touchdowns than Baker Mayfield. He's got 1 rushing touchdown. 243 yards. Jalen Hurts has 329. I mean, Jalen Hurts has a worse run game, a worse O-line. Like, what are we doing here? Baker Mayfield moves up because he beats the Arizona Cardinals? What? I mean, first off, Baker Mayfield, he didn't even throw 30 times. We all know that's the cutoff. You can't get credit for a win unless you throw 30 times. He didn't even throw for over 200 yards. 64.3% completion percentage, 1 touchdown, and a passer rating of 96.4. Could you imagine if the Eagles won and Jalen Hurts had that box score? They'd be lighting the whole world on fire. That's weird. I mean, it's just kind of crazy because even when you look at yards and touchdowns, you know, Jalen Hurts, in terms of touchdowns, has, 27 touchdowns, total touchdowns, and right around 3,000 total yards. And it's like, so he has more total touchdowns than Goff, right? This is the list. He's tied with Dak Prescott at 27, Josh Allen 30, Stafford 32. He's got more total touchdowns than Mahomes, more than Goff, more than Drake, May, Daniel Jones, Herbert, Bo Nix, Trevor Lawrence, etc., etc., etc. So he's literally tied, top 3, tied for 3 for total touchdowns. I mean, he's top 6 in passer rating. He's top 3 in the NFL in average depth of target. And it's actually kind of funny because you can also see even turnover-worthy plays. And you can see out of all the quarterbacks with the top, let's just say top 15 goes down to Mahomes. Top 15 in average depth of target. Jalen Hurts is the only single digit. He's the only one that doesn't have... What's the lowest besides Jalen Hurts? 10, it looks like. And that's Matthew Stafford. Jalen Hurts has that cut in half. So he's throwing the deepest passes. He's taking care of the ball the most. Has an elite touchdown to interception ratio. Has a top passer rating. Top total yards in the NFL. Top rushing yards in the NFL. And he's doing this in a year where his O-line's awful. He's getting no run support at all. His offensive play caller, his offensive coordinator is objectively bad. Dealing with, supernatural funk, according to Nick and according to Brew. And yet he's still able to have this success. He's still able to do what he's been able to accomplish. I mean, how does that make sense? I'd love to know. I mean, Nick said that the Buccaneers were going to be in the Super Bowl this year. And then when they come up short, he's just like, what do you want Baker to do? There's some injuries and whatnot. And it's like, the Philadelphia Eagles have no run game. Their O-line's not good and their play caller's not good. And yet you just want to put that all on the shoulders of Jalen. Why can't you say, what do you want Jalen Hurts to do? He's got no O-line, his run game's not good, and his play caller's not that good. It's tough out there for him. And if you want to say, well, Baker Mayfield's doing his best, so is Jalen Hurts. And he's putting up better numbers and having more success. So, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you. And like I showed you previously, and that data is now, going to be a little bit dated, and I'm just not going to crunch all those numbers all over again. But these other receivers, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, Ibuka, all the receivers, Puka, Devontae Adams, that is, are more open, get more separation, get more yak, have a higher percentage of have lower contested targets in general, a lower percentage of contested targets, and have a higher percentage of contested target catches. So his receivers are literally doing, are you seeing the catches that Puka Nacua is throwing, or is catching? Are you seeing that? It's pretty insane. So it's just kind of crazy. It really is. It just continues to be so So absurd. There's really two quarterbacks right now on this mountain right now that I really think are just not getting. I could argue three, but I really zoom in on two that are just absolutely not getting the credit they deserve. And Jaylen Hurts is one of them, no doubt. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Jaylen Hurts? His standing on this mountain. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.